Picture this. You're standing before a wall of 100,000 lottery tickets, each one a small rectangle of hope and illusion. One of these tickets holds a fortune. The other, 99,999, are worthless paper. Now, I'm going to show you something that will break your mind. Look at ticket number 1. What are the odds it wins? 1 in 100,000. That's 0.001%. Practically zero. You'd be a fool to believe this ticket will win, wouldn't you? Any rational person would say, this ticket will lose. Now look at ticket number 2. Same odds, same logic. This ticket will lose. Ticket number 3, will lose. Ticket number 4, will lose. Keep going. Ticket 1,000, will lose. Ticket 50,000, will lose. Ticket 99,999, will lose. Ticket 100,000, will lose. But wait, if every single ticket will lose, then no ticket wins. But we know one ticket must win. That's how lotteries work. So we've just used perfect logic to prove that something impossible will happen. We've reasoned ourselves into believing that every ticket will lose, while simultaneously knowing that one ticket will win. Welcome to the lottery paradox, and if you think this is just some abstract philosophical game, you're about to discover how this paradox is secretly ruling your life. Here's what's happening in your brain right now. You're experiencing the exact same logical breakdown that has tormented philosophers for decades. Because this isn't really about lottery tickets at all. This is about the fundamental way you make sense of reality. Every day you make thousands of micro-predictions. You believe your phone won't spontaneously combust. You believe the bridge won't collapse as you drive over it. You believe the sun will rise tomorrow. Each belief feels perfectly rational when considered alone. But what happens when these individual rational beliefs start to contradict the bigger picture? Think about it this way. Imagine you're a detective investigating 100,000 suspects for a crime. You examine each one individually, and for each suspect, the evidence suggests they're probably innocent. So, you rationally conclude that suspect 1 is innocent, suspect 2 is innocent, and so on. But you know someone committed the crime, so you end up believing everyone is innocent, while knowing someone is guilty. This is the paradox living in your head, right now, influencing every decision you make. For centuries, brilliant minds have tried to escape this logical prison. They've found 3 possible doors, but each one leads to its own unsettling revelation. Some philosophers say the problem isn't with our logic, it's with our arrogance. We treat highly unlikely as if it means impossible. But 0.001% isn't zero, it's still a chance. Maybe the solution is to never be certain about anything. To live in a world of probabilities where nothing is ever definitely true or false. But can you really live believing that maybe your floor will collapse, maybe your coffee is poison, maybe everything you know is wrong? This door offers freedom from contradiction, but at the cost of ever being sure about anything. Others argue that belief itself is the problem. They say we're comparing apples to oranges, individual ticket beliefs versus collective system knowledge. It's like asking whether you can be simultaneously tall and short. You can be tall compared to a child, but short compared to a basketball player. Maybe rational belief depends entirely on context. In the context of individual tickets, doubt makes sense. In the context of the lottery system, certainty about a winner makes sense. But this door leads to a world where truth becomes relative, where what you believe depends entirely on how you frame the question. The third escape route suggests that probability-based beliefs operate in a completely different realm than absolute knowledge. It's like having 2 different languages in your mind that never need to translate to each other. You can rationally doubt each ticket through probabilistic reasoning, while simultaneously knowing, through logical necessity, that one will win. These are different types of mental operations that don't need to align, but this door fragments your mind into separate, potentially incompatible ways of understanding reality. Here's what's truly haunting. None of these solutions feel complete. Each door we open reveals another corridor of questions. This paradox isn't just an intellectual curiosity. It's the ghost in the machine of artificial intelligence. How do we program a computer to make rational decisions when rationality itself can be contradictory? It lurks in legal systems where individual evidence points to innocence, but collective evidence demands guilt. It whispers in medical diagnoses where each symptom suggests a different conclusion. The lottery paradox reveals something profound about the nature of human reasoning. Our most fundamental tool for understanding reality, logic itself, can turn against us. We pride ourselves on being rational beings, but what happens when rationality leads us into impossible conclusions? What happens when the very thing we trust most, our ability to reason, becomes the source of our confusion? So, I leave you with this. If our most careful, rational thinking can lead us to believe contradictory things, what does that say about everything else you believe to be true? The next time you're absolutely certain about something, anything, remember the lottery tickets. Remember that 100,000 rational beliefs can add up to one impossible conclusion. And ask yourself, in what other ways might your perfectly logical mind be deceiving you right now? The paradox isn't just in the lottery tickets. It's in the very nature of belief itself.